My name is Sonia Rivera. I am with the Libre Initiative, and so great to see so many faces here. Libre Initiative is an organization that's been around for about 12 years. We're in 13 states. We're in Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, McAllen, Laredo, Brownsville, Austin, Dallas, and I probably forgot some. But we have a GED, a grassroots engagement director in every city, and our sole job is to empower and mobilize the Hispanic community. We do this by providing services in the community that builds relationships, that helps us build relationships such as ESL, GED, policy forums. We do a whole spectrum of classes. It's really whatever we determine that is needed in the community. We work with community partners. I don't do any of the classes myself. Basically, my job is to connect. So I go out to various communities, schools, churches, community CBOs, and try to develop these relationships so that we can provide services to the community and build those relationships so that we can move the needle. Because one of the things that we've not done well is building those relationships. We assume that Hispanics don't vote. We make a lot of assumptions, and that's not true, because we do vote and we do get involved and we do love our communities just like everybody else, but we don't know how. I say we because as a whole, what we've discovered, I've been with the organization 2 years already, and what we've discovered is people want to get involved, but they just don't know how. And there's a lot of factors that come into play that prevent people from getting involved. I myself was a single mom. The last thing I was going to do is go to a workshop or go get involved if I was trying to raise my 2 children and put food on the table by myself. So we have to meet people where they're at, and that's basically what we do with Libre. We don't provide child care, but for example, I did ESL at my office, which is on Katy Freeway, but I did ESL and we have a playroom for the kids. It's like, if you need to bring your kids, we'll put them in the playroom. If you, food, it's not a factor. We feed everybody when they come. We provide breakfast, lunch, snacks, whatever, and that's just kind of a spectrum of what we can do. The purpose of this is also to provide policy education, because people not only vote, a lot of them vote, but they don't necessarily know what they're voting for, and that's another big issue, because we vote for la comadre, we vote for the neighbor, we vote for the girl that went to school with my daughter, but that doesn't necessarily mean that their values match or that they're voting for the right thing. And there's a whole lot of rhetoric, and people see get their education from social media, which is not necessarily the right place to go, which is why we try to combat that and do policy education in communities. So we might host a breakfast like this and invite communities and say, educate them on any given policy. So right now, really quickly, we're supporting ESAs. We support educational savings accounts. I have my personal reasons for advocating for that issue. My daughter is dyslexic. She struggled. My son had struggled in school. So I think that if they had the opportunity to go to learn in a different environment, that they did well. They did great, but we maybe didn't have to struggle as much. But that's my personal story. Everybody has one. Talking about personal stories. The other thing that we do is go around talking to communities about what's your story, because we have to understand how people operate. Some people, who is it, Roosevelt, that said, speak softly but carry a big stick. So we have to know where people are at. We have to hear them instead of talking at them. We have to hear what they have to say, what they represent, what they're about. So I'm going to cut it there, but I do need your help. I've got these flyers up here. Educational savings accounts go up for a vote. It's been kicked down the road like over and over and over, not only this year but for years. So we need you to sign a petition. It's basically putting in your information. It goes to your state rep, and hopefully they'll vote it out of the House and it'll pass. What educational savings accounts do really quick is that the money follows the child. So if your child goes to charter schools, then a certain percentage of their funding for their academics goes to charter schools. If they go to a private school, then a portion of the funding goes to the private school. It's a really good program. Not everybody can learn in a 25 student per classroom environment. Some people have special needs. Some people just have different learning needs. So it's a great bill. If you want to learn more about it, get with me after, and I'm going to stop right there. Sonia Rivera, Grassroots Engagement Director for the Libre Initiative, 832 790-9140. Thank you.
One, two, three.
Ya no más!